Heart health is very important for women in that it's a leading cause of death for women in the United States, American women. And also, there are over 500,000 women per year that are diagnosed with some form of heart disease. So it's very important for all of us to be aware of what risk factors are and what we can do to prevent coronary artery disease, hypertension, hyperlipidemia, any of the disease circumstances that affect women and their heart health.
More women die every year from heart disease than do men, which some people probably will find a little surprising. And what that equates to is about 500,000 women dying annually in the United States from cardiovascular disease. That's 500,000 women dying every single year. So it's a phenomenal number of women that are affected by this disease.
A lot of things that I think about when it comes to women and heart disease is their risks, especially if they have diabetes. And it can be a devastating illness in women with diabetes. They tend to do less well if they have a heart attack, and it can be more difficult to pick up a heart attack in a woman who has diabetes, who is experiencing symptoms of angina. So I think about it a lot because it's a big cause of illness and death in my patients, and to prevent it is something that we all try to do.
Well, I think all health is important, and I think that it's good that we're focusing on heart right now, and especially for women because of the lack of education about it. It's starting, and people are starting to get that information out there now, but the more we know about it, the more we can do about it. We have a lot of control in this disease, unlike many other diseases. That, you know, it's in your DNA. You're not going to do anything about it. But heart disease, we can have a lot of control over to a certain extent. I think it's really important we know as much as we can.
My sisters, we're all actually in a weight loss thing right now. We're have the weight loss competition thing going on. Everybody's buying gym equipment and so forth. I have two aunts that are even walking in the afternoon that are about 62, and they're walking in the afternoons and the evenings. Actually, one aunt has lost 16.5 pounds.
I'll cut up like strawberries and melon and bananas and maybe throw in some blueberries or cantaloupe and mango, or, you know, I'll just, and sometimes, you know, you could cut up enough for 2 or 3 days and not have to do it every day. But I love fruit. I really do. I mean, I don't just eat it because it's good for me, but I really like it. And I like variety, you know. And, you know, maybe an apple a day if you get the kind of apples that you really like. I love the Fujis and the Braeburns. They're so good.
Physical activity has been a big part of my day since I was a young child. And so exercise is something that I do on a very regular basis. All the other things that doctors would say are important in terms of preventing heart problems, not smoking, getting cholesterol checked, making sure that your blood pressure is well controlled, all those are things that I do on a regular basis. There are other things that I do just because I enjoy. I'm a vegetarian, and so that comes very easily to me. That's sort of the lifestyle that I've always enjoyed. I also enjoy red wine a lot, and so there's a lot of evidence that suggests that that's very good in terms of preventing heart disease. So every day, without thinking about it very much, I spend a lot of time doing activities that hopefully in the future will prevent heart problems.
I would just say to people, take the initiative and take care of yourself. Just like Nike, just do it.
Take charge of your own health care. Take charge of your life. And I know as women, we're all very busy. There are many days when I go home and I think there's absolutely no way that I'm getting on the treadmill today. I don't have time. But, you know, it turns out if you really look at it and you decide that it's really important to you not to die from cardiovascular disease, 30 minutes a day is not a difficult thing.
Physical activity is something that's easy to do and can be done very cheaply. And if I had to say there was one thing that all women could do, it would be to increase their physical activity, or if they don't have an exercise program, to think about starting one. But as a diabetes doctor, I would also emphasize that getting cholesterol checked, making sure that you don't have hidden high blood pressure, and importantly, making sure that you don't have diabetes are all things that could help a woman prevent heart problems in the future.
You know, if you have an animal, then this isn't the right answer for you. But if you don't, you might think about getting an animal, a dog. It could be a little dog, but a dog that needs to be walked a couple of times a day, because that could be a beginning to getting you outside and taking a few walks a day. And I think walking is a great place to start. For people who need to get on some kind of a program, exercise is so key. It's so much a part of it, and to make it a part of your life forever. So if you get in the habit of having a dog, or I don't know, cats probably don't need to be walked, but it can start you on a whole new journey.
I think to live red is to follow a healthy heart lifestyle. Take a look at your habits, things that you do day in and day out, of things that you can change that would give you a healthier heart.